Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is HowFast. Hope you guys had a great weekend, and I just had a really crazy end of the week last week. I had to go up to Toronto to go pick up a car. Really exciting stuff. Check this out. Just kidding. That's not the car I had to pick up in Toronto. It went more like this. Yeah. So as you can see, I had lots of fun this weekend putting the car back together. So it was the starter. Car has left me stranded before, and it finally just let go, and I had to get it fixed. So I was going to do a how-to on this. I thought it'd be a bit lengthy for you guys, and there's already a couple really good how-tos on replacing starters on E90s, and I'll link those down below. But I figured I'd throw a couple of shots in here just to show you guys how in-depth it is to change a starter on one of these cars. So we'll take a look at that right now, and then after that, I had a little bit extra time, so I got the painting on the block done, and you guys can see that too. Check it out. So the car's been giving me some signs that the starter was starting to go. Like, I wasn't sure if it was the starter or the battery, because it sounded like the car would struggle when I would go to start it, but it was intermittent. It was time to time, and then it stranded me about 3 hours from home a couple of weeks ago. Well, it just happened again, and now my first diagnosis was originally that it was the starter, but I've got to change this thing now. So, big job. Air box out, cowl off, power steering reservoir out of the way, intake cover off, intake off, starters in between, like down in there. It's a big job. So, gotta get started, gotta get this gone so I can get it done before the end of the weekend. Gotta get to it. Just like that, the whole top of the engine is off, all the accessories and stuff. Now I gotta get this intake off and get to the starter down in there. Yo, that's not easy. When I say this starter is in the engine, here's what I mean. Down in there, can you see that back there in between my block and my intake? That's where the starter is. Nice. Replace the old piece with the new piece. Put it back together. Here we go, guys. Wish me luck. Well, the first test drive was a success. The car is back together. You know, I've never done a starter on a BMW. They're very complicated. They're over-engineered, but they're a good car. I will attribute this to there's just like anything in life. Okay, if you got a problem, doesn't matter whether it's cars or anything in life in general. If you got a problem, find out what's broken, what needs to be fixed. Take apart everything, paying attention to the way you took it apart, carefully taking everything apart, replace the broken piece, put everything back the way you got it. that little rule of thumb will go a long way, teach you a lot in life. So car's back together, it's working, it's running. It does have there's like a surge right now, or like a stutter when I have it in a high gear at low RPM. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a coil or an injector or something, but we're gonna start diving into that and figuring that out right now. Okay, I got the block cleaned up I probably spent another hour on it, I'm thinking. Cutting out all these little pieces of cardboard to fill all the holes, all where the water pump goes, just making sure it's all taped up and cleaned up. As clean as this block is gonna be, that's it right there. Heads are all taped up, ready to get painted. Valve covers, I sprayed them down. They were an absolute mess. Here's what they looked like before and like a little before and after. That's what I got right now. Those need a lot more work. I might even just see how much a new set of these costs, because the amount of time and effort to cleaning these might not even be worth it. So I'm going to start priming the block and the heads, get those ready to go, and then we'll put some paint on them. Okay, here it is, all primed up with that self-etching primer. It looks really good. It's so funny when, after you put like a coat of primer on something, it's just like all the little imperfections just like jump out at you. And, if this was mine and it was like a show car or something, I would go to town with like a die grinder or something and get rid of all this markings, but that's gonna have to do it. So I'm gonna hit this with the paint right now and let it dry up. I just finished putting the last coat of paint on the block. What do you guys think? Ooh la la, isn't that nice? Derek and I decided to go with a color which is called Cast, so it looks very much just like a gray with a small fleck in it. In bright light it looks quite a bit lighter, but it looks good. It looks almost like it would have come out of the factory, just, it's been beat up. And I got the heads painted as well. They're over here. Working on cleaning up the valve covers. Those are pretty nasty. So what do you guys think about that color? I like it personally. I think that cast looks great, and wait till you guys see what we're going to do with the valve covers and the wrap for the car. I think you'll really like it. So please guys, remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. If you have anything you want to talk to us about, reach out to us at howfast10@gmail.com, or you can get us on our Instagram, how__fast. And we wanted to wish you guys all a happy new year. It's going to be a great 2020. We can already feel it ramping up, and we've got some really exciting news coming up in the next couple months. And keep an eye out next week. We actually have, we're hoping, we've got in touch with one of the McCall chassis builders from in the early 2000s, and he's going to come by and take a look at our chassis and see what we got. So hope you guys really, hope you guys enjoy. Please make sure you tune back in and catch up with us next time. See how fast we can make this car go.